Do not pay too much commission when selling or buying a property. Commissions are negotiable. Yes, please say this after me. Commissions are negotiable. I know most of the world doesn't know that. A lot of the comments that I've been receiving from some of my followers are like, Audra, I have to pay 3% or 6% or 5%. That's what the going rate is. There is no such thing as a going rate. So this whole video is going to teach you how to negotiate for your behalf when you're listing or buying a property. You need to know this. Take matters into your own hands. Know what to expect. Hold your agent accountable. I'm here to help. All right, let's get into it. I want you to interview at least 3 realtors, whether you're buying or selling a property. It is that important. And for those of you who are watching my channel, I've watched several videos, you know I talk about this over and over and over again because not enough people are doing it. It really can save you commission-wise in the long run, meaning that at least you know what kind of services are provided in your area. You have a better understanding of what kind of questions to ask, what services other realtors are providing. Usually when we sit down with these realtors, when we're interviewing them, we go through their whole presentation. And the presentation is very boring. The whole time they're showing you pictures of houses they've sold, or there's comps, right? Or they're telling you about their company's global reach and how many people are going to be viewing your listing online. And oh, let's talk about staging. And after about 15 minutes, your eyes are kind of glazing over. And really what you want to know is, how much is this going to cost? Like, just tell me the number. What are you charging me commission wise? I mean, we usually don't have these conversations till the very end of the meeting, right? Which I want to change that. Let's revolutionize this industry. Let's have that conversation sooner than later. So this is what I'm recommending you do. When you are on the phone talking to these listing agents or buyer's agents and scheduling that appointment to come to your house, you're going to tell them up front that you're going to be emailing or texting them with some questions, and we'll just say some requests that you want them to provide for you when listing your home. If you are a buyer and you are looking to find somebody to represent you on the buy side, you're going to have a list of requests as well. And this is what it looks like. As a seller, you're going to send an email with this to the listing agent. Now, I know some of you are going to be really uncomfortable doing this, but this is the art of negotiating, okay? So you're going to go send over this email and you're going to say, these are the things I want you to address during the listing presentation. Number 1, I want to hear who your photographer is, high quality drone images, high quality photos and videos and floor plans. I want to know who that is, and I want you to give me examples of past properties that you have taken images of so I feel comfortable with your photographer. I want to know about the staging services you provide. Do you have a professional stager come in and prepare my house for its best light? I want a pre-listing inspection done on my property. Is that something that you provide? I want an appraisal on my property before we list it for sale. Is that something you provide? I want all private showings on my property. I do not want a lockbox on my property. Is that something that you provide? At open houses, who is going to be there? Is it going to be somebody on your team? Is it going to be you? How are you going to communicate with me? Do you have a spreadsheet? Do we have a weekly check-in? In that email, you're going to ask them, what do you charge for your commission with these things that I am requesting? And let's see what they have to say. But at least you know up front, like they're going to probably be a little bit nervous and like, whoa, no one's ever asked me this. I don't know what to charge. And maybe they say something like, hey, let's talk about that in person. All that's fine. But when you're sitting down, try to make that the first thing you talk about. And the things that I outlined, you know, those are the most important things that you need to do to sell your property. I promise you. Please subscribe. Help a girl out. Okay, I know a lot of you are like, ooh, Audra, I don't know if I can send that email. I mean, that's a lot, don't you think? Well, yes, it's a lot. You're spending a lot of money for commission. You should be getting a ton of service from your agent. Yes, this is what you should be asking these listing agents. All the crap that they're talking about in their listing presentation is irrelevant. The things that I just told you to ask these listing agents are the things that are going to sell the house. And you're going to have a good experience if the agent is receptive to your questions. Now, I can almost guarantee you that most of the agents out there are not going to offer the things that I just talked about. They're not going to have the super high-end expensive drone and high image photography. They're probably not going to offer a video. They probably aren't going to offer floor plans. They're probably not going to do all private showings and probably not going to offer you staging services and a pre-listing home inspection or an appraisal. That's what I offer every single one of my clients for the commission that I charge. So if your listing agent is not providing these services, why are you spending the same money that you would spend for somebody like me who offers these services? Do you guys understand what I'm saying here? Okay, most of the agents that you're going to be interviewing are going to be like, no, we don't offer that. That's not customary. That's, that's expensive. Like, no way, I'm not offering that. And then your response to them is going to be, okay, well, Audra Lambert does, and send them this video. They're going to be like, whoa. And then you ask them what kind of commission reduction they're going to reduce because they're not offering you these services. Now, I promise you, the agents that are watching this video are peeing their pants and they're hating on me right now because they're going to say, hey, Audra, we're not rich. We can't afford all this. Like, no way. We're not going to do staging and pay all the money that you do. Okay, fine. Reduce your commission. Like, right? Or figure out how to work with your client to provide these things. I have had some agents reach out to me and say, Audra, I totally agree with you. Like, I really appreciate what you're saying. We understand that all the things, the staging, the home inspections, all that definitely helps sell the property. We know what market value is. We know what's wrong with the property. The house looks beautiful, but I just can't put the money forward. I'm not in a financial position where I can provide that to my sellers. And for you sellers out there, like a couple things you can do with that. You can say, all right, I'll pay for staging, or I'll pay for the appraisal or the home inspection or the nice photos. But at the end of escrow or the end of closing, the listing agent is going to take that out of their commission so you're covered. Or you can just have an agreement with the listing agent and say, hey, if you're not paying for all these things, then we're going to reduce your commission to 1% or whatever it may be. But whatever you agree upon, it needs to be written in that listing contract so everyone knows what's going on, right? There's no like gentleman handshake. It needs to be hard coded in that listing agreement. Who's paying for what? All the other things these listing agents are talking about in their presentation is irrelevant in my book. You need to show the house in its best light. You need to have the proper representation. Okay, I'm gonna get on my soapbox about Lockbox one more time, and I know everyone's hating me on this Lockbox thing. But you would not believe the stories that I have heard in some of the comments and even in my own experiences with the Lockbox, okay? We have people that are in your house, even if their agent is there, and even if they have the super duper code, going through the property, looking in things maybe they shouldn't, maybe leaving in a refrigerator door open or a toilet, gets overflow and no one is checking in on the property. Like, in my personal opinion, an agent on the listing side or on the team should be present for every single showing. I know a lot of people are like, Audra, that's impossible. That's too much work. Exactly. We are getting paid a crap load of money to do our job. Like, be present. And if you're not going to do that, reduce your commission. Are you guys with me on this? Like, come on, this is like no brainer. This is a really sensitive topic as well. I really angered a lot of new agents out there, and I was new at one point too. And I have these newer agents screaming and yelling at me saying, Audra, you know what? I work really hard and I don't like that you say don't hire a new agent, okay? So I take that back. If you want to hire a new agent, go for it, but reduce the commission. Like, they just don't have the experience. If they have a mentor or somebody on their team, great. But understand, they just don't have the experience. Now, I know everybody's going to hate on me. Audra, you're wrong. But I am right. I remember the very first time I did a listing contract for myself, right? It literally took me a day and a half to figure every little nuance in that contract, okay? I worked very, very, very hard. I worked so hard to get that listing contract in place. Do you know how long it takes me to put a very detailed listing contract in place right now? Guess. I'm going to go with 10 minutes tops. Why? Because I have efficiencies. Why? Because I'm knowledgeable and I'm experienced. So no matter how much you work as a new agent, you just don't have the economies to scale to service your client. And in my opinion, you have a higher probability of putting your clients in a not so good situation. So your services should be lower, or your payment, your commission should be lower than somebody that has the experience and are going to offer all the things that, for example, I'm offering. We shouldn't be paid the same. I hope we understand each other right now. I want new agents to do well. I do. but you got to pay your dues. You just have to. Okay, I'm done. I know I'm going to get a ton of thumbs down on that, but you know me, I'm just keeping it real. Let's talk about how to structure commission. There's a lot of agents that come in and interview and they give you a high price on their property and they go, oh, I think, we can sell your house way up here. And it's probably a little ambitious, but whatever, you like the person and it sounds good. So do this, just say, hey, we'll just use $1 million. If you sell my house for $1 million, then I'll give you 3%, okay? But if you sell my house for $900,000, then I'm going to give you 2%. And if you sell my house for $850,000, I'll give you 1%. Okay, watch them. They're going to freak out. They're going to tell you, no, I don't like that. That's not how we do it. And the answer is, yeah, that's how you do it if you agree upon it. So there's a lot of different ways that you can structure your commission. It's not just sign here and it's 6% total commission for both sides. Like, no. Negotiate that. Put a tier in place. Like, I like that. That sounds good to me. Also, you don't even have to have a tier approach. You can, or a percentage of the sale. You can also negotiate just a flat fee. You can say, okay, you're not offering all these things that Audra Lambert's offering. How about we just give you a flat fee, whatever that fee is. Let's say, I don't know, $5,000, $10,000, especially if you are the seller and you're having to let the people in to show the property. And you're paying for a lot of the staging and things, like maybe you just negotiate a flat fee. So you talk to that agent and say, what's your flat fee if I'm going to be providing all these other services? Okay, do you guys understand? Like, there's a lot of different ways that you can negotiate your commissions. So if you are one of these people that are like, oh, these agents out here, they're just taking advantage of us. No. You're letting them take advantage of you. Like, you need to negotiate. And eventually there's going to be an agent that's going to work with you, because let me tell you, agents are starving right now. Like, we're not selling as many homes, and they will work hard and they will do their job at a discounted rate if they're not providing the services that we just spoke about. Good to know. Now, if you're a buyer, I'm sorry, I forgot about you, but if you are a buyer, you want to talk about your commissions as well. If you're a buyer, we all sign buyer agent agreements right now. I would not sign an exclusive buyer agreement with any buyer's agent. You want to do it case by case scenario. I have done several videos about the buyer's agent side. I will link it down below as well, a few videos that I want you to watch to understand what that looks like. But you only agree to a commission with your buyer's agent per transaction. You don't sign a blanket agreement saying, yes, I'm going to only use you for 6 months. No, case by case, offer by offer, because every seller is providing a different commission and you don't want to be stuck paying for their commission or having to come up with a lot of money because you signed a contract. You didn't know what you were signing. I just want everybody watching this video to know that I don't have set commission pricing, and no agent out there does. When I sit down with my clients, I put together my presentation book. By the way, this is my pride and joy. It took me forever to put this together, but it's all custom to what I do and what I offer. And one of the things that I think anybody that you are interviewing should have before and after staging photos, if they're going to be charging you that. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there are more photos. But this is like virtual staging that I do offer for some of my properties. Look how pretty these photos are, right? They're just gorgeous. Because I spend the money on high quality drone videos, and I have a photographer I've been working with for years. Look how pretty this picture is. I'm not trying to brag. Oh, who am I kidding? I kind of am. I'm really proud of my listing presentation. But in this presentation goes through the various different offerings. Like, there's some clients that are like, hey, Audra, I don't need all those special photos and drones, and my house isn't very fancy. So we reduce the commission and some of the services because that's what they require. But then I have some really high-end properties that require high-end photos and beautiful brochures that are 12 pages long. So it really depends on what kind of services that you want for your property. But if you want less services, you should be paying less money. This video isn't meant to bash my real estate community out there. There are a lot of really amazing agents out there. In fact, there's some that are even way better than me. I promise. I'm humble. The purpose of this video is really to help you find those right agents to represent you and be fairly compensated for their work that they're doing for you. Take matters into your own hand. And if you're looking for some agents to interview, I have recently partnered with a referral company that helps vet some agents in your area. And here's Sarika and me. Sarika is my right-hand gal. We do everything together. A lot of you actually had some conversations with her about placing some agents in your area. She's a doll. You'll love her. But if that's something you have interest, there's a link down below. We'll try to coordinate a few agents that you can interview in your area. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. I have a really sore throat and my voice is really hoarse. So so thanks for hanging in there with me, but I wanted to get this video out. I hope you got some benefit. And if you did, please subscribe and smash that like button. I appreciate you watching the video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Good luck.